The wise person was once a fool. The butterfly was once a caterpillar. The professional was once a beginner. And when the professional was a beginner, they made beginner mistakes. But guess what? They kept going. See, the thing is in life, you can't cry over spilled milk. Once the mistake has been made, you have to move on. Because there's something in life called control. And you can only control the things that you can control. And the past is something that you can't control. So if you have done something that you maybe realize now that, all right, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. All we can do now is learn from it and move forward. Why? Because the past is outside of our control. There is a prayer known as the Serenity Prayer. And I pray this prayer every night. God, I ask that you grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot control. And grant me the courage to change the things that I can and the wisdom to know the difference. And so we must accept the things that we cannot control. One of the things that we cannot control is the past. So if you made a mistake in the past, let go and move forward. Don't cry over spilled milk. It's already done. But what you can control is how you learn from it and how you move forward. If you're enjoying the video thus far, like, comment, subscribe, share, send this to somebody that you know needs to hear it. I am Big Game Chain. You know the name, the most authentic in the game. And if you clicked on this video, and if this video found you, then you must realize that your past, your mistakes aren't the end. If God woke you up this morning, then you still have another opportunity. So let's control what we can control. Number 2, I talk about this concept that we have to crawl before we can walk. We have to walk before we can run. Every baby that comes out of the womb of their mother is not able to walk, is not able to run when they're first born. What does a baby first do? Crawls at first. And as it's learning how to walk, what does it do? It falls down. It falls down. So it's crawling, then it fall. Tries to walk, fall. Then eventually it's able to walk. So what is the point? The point is the falling is like making the mistake. It's like saying the thing that you shouldn't have said. It's like doing the things you shouldn't have done. It's like taking the L's. That is the fall. That's the equivalent. But you will never learn how to walk if you don't get back up and try again. Same thing if you're learning how to ride a bike. If you learn how to ride a bike, if you could think back and remember to when you were learning how to ride a bike, you had to fall a lot of times. I know me, I fell a lot. Scraped my knees, scraped my elbows. There used to be an intersection with a lot of traffic. And the turn when you're on the sidewalk to make that right, it's a sharp turn. I used to fall at that intersection. And I'd be, not only my knees are scraped up, my elbows are scraped up, but I'm also feeling a little embarrassed. Man, I wonder if any of my friends from school saw me fall down just now. I wonder if anybody was recording, if they're gonna post that, right? Because the fall, it's embarrassing, it hurt, but it's a part of the process. It's a part of the process of learning how to ride the bike. So your growth may not always be linear. You may fall sometimes. You may do the wrong thing, say the wrong thing, but it's okay. Keep going. That's the point I'm making. Keep going. Because you'll never get to the next chapter. You'll never get to the next page if you're staying stagnant, staying stuck, and if you give up. So you got to keep going. Number 3. Losses are really lessons. Only if you have the right perspective. You have to have the right perspective. And one example that I like to use is if you plant a seed. If you plant a seed in the ground, right? I'm gonna give you all the story. So I was a senior in college. We had an induction ceremony, Men of Xavier induction ceremony, organization known as Men of Xavier. And we were getting inducted to this organization. One of the speakers, Mr. Don't Quit, shout out Mr. Don't Quit, he told us a story of a seed, of what happens when you plant a seed. And he said something that stuck with me. When you plant a seed, it grows downward first. It grows downward before it grows upwards. It grows downwards before it grows upwards. So what that means is when that seed is growing downwards, those are the roots that are growing in the ground. So though you're watering the seed, you're nurturing the seed, you don't see any progress. You don't see any growth because all of the growth is happening under the ground. However, just because you can't see it doesn't mean the seed isn't growing. In reality, it has to grow down because that is where the foundation is built. So what is the relevance? The relevance is this: along your growth, along your journey, those losses, quote unquote losses, those L's, that is all a part of the process that's building your foundation. So that when you do step into the light, when you do start shining, your foundation is strong and firm enough to withstand the winds and the rain and the storms that may come your way. But you have to have the right perspective. Oftentimes we learn more from, think of sports, you learn more from the losses than you do from the wins. Losses cause you to do what? Pivot. Take self-inventory, force you to adjust, force you to adapt, force you to make changes. Those changes will lead to growth. Because once again, if you stay stagnant, you won't reach that next chapter, that next page, that next level. So, in summary, if you clicked on this video, if you're watching this video, don't allow your mistakes to define you, because they don't define you. What's in the past is outside of our control, and we have to move forward. So make a conscious decision to change your perspective and realize that we have to crawl before we can walk. We have to walk before we can run. It's part of the process. The plant grows downward before it grows upward. And let's just move forward. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more.